First photographs. Actually, really get classified into like four different subgroups, really. There's first photographs, there's first etching photographs, and then there's first printing metal plates, really. So it's a bit confusing. It stems from year 7 to year 89, year 90, when I was getting things documented and pictures taken, and there was a lot of things happening, and actually stemmed from before documented record, really, coming up to year 0 BC and then beyond. Um, and that entails like the first photographs, and then which generally degraded, and then the first glass plates, which lasted longer, and then the first images on metal, which kind of lasted longer still, kind of. The glass plates did really well though, or lead plate glass photographs or whatever. I forget. I don't really remember. I mean, it was a long time ago, even for me. So anyway, though, and me paying for things that stems from my mining and mining technology and battering rams and steam engines and all that other stuff and all the things I've invented or had invented personally over the years. So photographs, the world's oldest photographs, really goes into different subcategories, starting at year 0 BC, 7 BC, 89 BC, and 1100 BC, 1200 BC, 1500, 1700, 1900, 1800, and then 1900, and really go throughout the years. And really what it is it's the first photographs documenting of projects, and also the um, the developing techniques for transferring images onto, say, wallpaper, and also printing technology. And photographs and printing actually kind of coalesce a little bit, because there's the photographic plates which are used to create wallpaper prints and all kinds of other stuff, and it really kind of goes in there, and I can't really explain how it works because it was something that I did or was a part of at some point in time in my life that is far distant past point. This is present day, and things are different, and a lot of people look back at a lot of the things apparently and go, huh, what? It's like, well, I'm not really immortal. I was just very influential, very rich at one point in time, and are very, things have come a long ways. I don't know. It's who I was, what I did, leading groups, leading humanity, leading the earth, leading civilization, basically. Master inventor, pretty much. And, if you knew about all my past history things, although it's pretty much been forgotten or lost or something to time, I can't really explain it. And keys into how I created Lloyd's of London, Britain, a lot of different countries, and helped out massively with lots of different races, and bringing them into the civilized world, and then sharing of projects and running of projects and sharing of technologies. And really stems from my money and me investing in so many things and pushing photography and everything else so far, and how I was really this, well, some people called me father, some people called me chief, some people called me God, some people called me Lucifer, which is my name, or Brian, or Alexander, or Jesus. Many names. And it's just how I was funding all kinds of different things and inventing all kinds of different things, and then paying for things to be researched and invented, like concrete, lead, metals, cannons, boats, ships, everything. This world was very much my, also trying to do all kinds of different things like islands and everything else, and building towns and cities everywhere, and basically leading people through storms and snow and creating a civilization. And it's who I was and who I am and who I have been, and all the things I've done. I've made many videos about it, so it's pretty much public knowledge, really. And it's been public knowledge for a while, and I've been world famous with all kinds of different projects. A lot of my creations, a lot of my sawmills, a lot of my factories were world renowned. I mean, people know my Colosseum. That's my Colosseum in Rome. It's for chariot races and the first football team and baseball team and different teams. I think all sports started there, really. Also racing. prehistoric NASCAR was chariot racing and wagon racing in different classes. Um, I kind of wish I could have seen it like 8 horses all hitched together, like pulling hard, pulling a chariot or wagon as fast as they could around a track. It would have been interesting. Anyway, though, apparently it was very popular back in the day, and modern day is engines and all kinds of other stuff. So, and people nowadays have pretty much forgotten who I was, who I have been, and the deal I made with humanity and people. I said I will help them, but they'll be in my service for that day onward, basically forever, or at least a very long time. And they kept good on their word for the most part. They've done everything I asked them to do, and we've created civilization. And they've even surpassed my expectations quite a few times in many years past. And very good people, really, for the most part. Present day, children. Anyway, I don't know, a lot of people, I mean, you would have to be as old as me. I don't know, I don't really, I mean, I was just leading civilization, keeping people safe and warm, and dealing with problems, and providing that extra little help to people who were in over their head, basically. Um, because I could pull different, I could get civilization or humanity to do things that normal people couldn't do. Um, in the past, I had a lot of, money and power and all that. Everybody basically owed me, so I was able to do some things and, created all kinds of different groups. Anyway, though, so I've made lots of videos on the world's oldest photographs and what they really are and how they're important and the different things that came from them. So anyway, I was a child back then. I was just a knee-high to a grasshopper, as they say, 7 years old, about 3 foot tall, 4 foot tall. And I've been in existence for, they say, a couple hundred or 1,000 years. I've been rich hundreds of times, been wealthy and well off hundreds of times, although I haven't actually lived any particularly good lives. I mean, it's not like I had everything I wanted. I mean, civilization's all out there, but I mean, I don't know. I guess some people can't rationalize it, don't want to rationalize it, but I don't know. It's kind of how Lucifer is in the Bible and everything. And the Bible is kind of like this travesty of what was a report or a written account of the past turned into something, edited to be something weird and just strange. But I don't know. Maybe people are trying to create a legacy or something. I've tried to create my own legacies a couple times, but it's because I am at least a couple hundred years old, basically, or at least time worked differently for me at times past. Anyway, though, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird, but you can see my photographs. You can see my old swords that I ordered be built and created, and you can see a lot of things I invented. Although there are more relics now than anything else, but I mean, whenever humanity or people needed, I was an inventor that helped. I helped with all kinds of different inventions. I have about 2,000 inventions underneath that I have personally invented. Although I only take credit for about 700 or 7 really massive ones. But I love to invent, and so it wasn't a job, it was more fun, and I did it for humanity and basically everyone. And technically they all owe me, but whatever. I don't really consider it a big deal.